I said 55 Friday morning.
Monday morning now, it's only gonna be 65.
Oh, really?
Friday morning.
Well, what's it going on?
All right, good morning. It is 9 a.m., the 30th day of September 2019. I'm opening the Marion County Commissioners Court meeting. Today present is myself, County Judge Leroy LaFleur, Commissioner Precinct 1, J.R. Ashley, Commissioner Precinct 2, Joe McKnight, Commissioner Precinct 3, Glenn Dura, and Commissioner Precinct 4, Mr. Charlie Treadwell. First item on the agenda is the consent agenda.
The banking check, it's check number 68405 for Nationwide Retirement Solutions for $180, that's at the top, for the month of September.
We have another minute check too. Right, check 68317 for $2,625 to Hayes Engineering, and that was on the water grant.
You get that one back.
We already got it, that's why you have to send it out in 5 days, so.
That's right, yeah.
Motion to approve the consent agenda with including 2 manual checks, one to Nationwide being check number 68405 in the amount of $180. The other manual check, 68317, in the amount of $2,625 to Hayes Engineering for Mims Water Supply.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Ashley, second by Commissioner McKnight. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Item number 2, consider for approval proclamation designating the month of October as Domestic Violence Awareness Month for 2019. This proclamation, whereas the crimes of domestic violence violates an individual's privacy, dignity, security, humanity due to the systematic use of physical, emotional, sexual, psychological, and economic control and or abuse, including abuse to children and elderly. Now therefore, in recognition of the important work done by domestic violence programs, Marion County Commissioners Court does hereby proclaim the month of October 2019 to be Domestic Violence Awareness Month and urges all citizens to actively participate in the scheduled activities and programs to work towards improving victim safety and upholding of domestic abuse accountable for their actions against individual victims and our society as a whole.
Motion to approve proclamation designating the month of October as Domestic Violence Awareness Month for 2019. And before you second it, I heard on the news the other day, the 2018 FBI report, more people were killed last year with hammers and blunt force objects than any other thing in the United States. So it's very important.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Treadwell, second by Commissioner Ashley. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Do you want me to just have them sign this one? Well, we'll just-
Okay.
We'll put one in the office. for
Okay.
you to sign. Item number 3, consider for approval replacing election judge for precinct number 1.
Joni Parsons, the Republican chair, came to me and asked me, if we could replace, Ginger Womack was the, precinct 1 judge, and for whatever reason, she's unable or can't serve, and he's asking to appoint Nancy Rice.
Yeah, motion to approve replacing election judge Ginger Womack with Nancy Rice for precinct number 1.
Second. Motion made by Commissioner Ashley, second by Commissioner McKnight. All in favor? Any opposed? Item number 4, we're gonna tag item number 4 and 5 together. Mr. Kevin Scott from JRJ Construction, he's our project superintendent at the courthouse. He's gonna give the court an update on the restoration, and then item number 5 is consider for approval repairs of the windows from the emergency room receipt. I believe that was in
2012 and 2013. is when it
2012 or
was.
2013. And
Just the other day.
the first question that you guys are gonna have is why isn't this not being done with the courthouse restoration? It's because they already allotted grant money to fix the windows, they won't do it the second time.
Yeah, cause when we did this, you know, I thought we made it plain at that time, we done it the way we did it to keep them having to redo, so.
Well, they don't wanna read them, they just wanna paint them, right?
There are, and I'll get them to you. I've got some pictures of
There's something to look.
some wood deterioration.
Windows.
Yeah, for instance,
Some
that
windows,
one.
okay.
And then there's some places that the, window units were installed that's caused deterioration of the woodwork and paintwork that was done 10 years ago due to the window units, which is very typical. Those window units are just bad for any woodwork that's around us. But with that being said, the restoration was done 10 years ago. So that's 10 years worth of wear and tear and weather that's done on those windows. Now, my only downfall with what was done on those windows that I've seen so far 10 years ago was the caulking around the brick mold that seals the windows from the brick was removed and never put back on. And I believe that had something to do with THC at the time, is what I'm being told.
What?
Caulking around the brick mold.
You had something to do with what?
With THC, who was involved in on the
Okay.
project last time.
I got you.
They said that their caulking was not original to the building, so they didn't allow them to reinstall the caulking 10 years ago. I've got a strong issue with that. I mean, there's some common sense that has to be applied to these projects when it's being done, and that even goes through THC. You gentlemen all know every window in your house has caulk around the outside of it, to the brick. And for that courthouse building they're sitting right now with no caulking on any window on the building, I'm sorry, I got issues with that. So it needs to be done. And with that being said, the scaffolding's there right now. So to address it right now is really cost friendly for you. Down the road when the scaffolding's not there, the use of a man lift, so on and so forth, is gonna drive the price up to do it. I've got a tentative price right now of about $278 a window, and that would include any wood repair that needs to be done, which you can tell by the picture that you have, there's wood repair work that's got to be done. And the photos that I have, and I've sent you, are only from just a couple of spots. There's legitimately a lot more work that needs to be done, especially with the window units that we're using. I'm sorry. And that would include caulking all the windows like they need to be done, and then repainting the outside of every window.
And we aren't gonna have window units when we go back, right?
Ma'am,
We won't have window units
No,
when we
ma'am,
go
you
back,
got-
so that shouldn't be a problem.
you won't have a problem in the future because you no longer are.
You have us a total price here somewhere?
Do you know
I
how
do
many
not,
windows
I
we
just got
have?
it this morning. The total price was, $26,700. There's 96 windows in the building. So that comes out to about $279 a window.
But you're gonna have to take them all back out.
Some of them will have to be removed, the majority of them will be done in place.
Okay, now that was cypress wood, is that correct?
Correct.
You'll have to use cypress wood to replace it.
Correct, sir.
Yes.
I'll get you the official paperwork and official change order. I just wanted to address it with you. Give you guys a chance to ask any questions that you may have, so.
As far as, not that this isn't very important, but as far as an update on the courthouse project itself, where are we?
We're on schedule. I'm still pushing. We got roofers starting, the end of this week or at the latest first of next week, and we'll start pulling all the tile off the roof. We've already done, if you've been by and looked, the cornice work on the two sides that we have scaffolded up. All the metal has been removed, all the wood has been repaired. The woodwork's been re-put back in and it's felted in and dried in. We have the metal coming in next week, so we'll be replacing all that metal up there on top of all that cornice work and everything. So while the roofers are here next week, we'll actually go underneath and inside the roof while the roofers are here next week and do the wood repair and everything. I'm not sure when it happened, when they had the fire up there in that attic, but there's some repair work that's gotta be done up in there to stabilize it from.
There's been a fire over there.
We're like,
There
where's the fire? We have
there
a fire.
was at one time. There was a fire up in that attic area and there was a fire in the basement.
Who's been here long? Where was there a fire?
You can go over there now and walk down to the basement and go into that one room on the backhand side. The whole ceiling, wall and everything is nothing but silt.
The basement's charity, so we don't go down.
But we'll be up there repairing the damaged wood and stuff up in that attic area, all next week. Get that all shored up.
Where did this fire before y'all started this
No.
project?
I've never heard of one go.
Charlie's been here long.
Well, there hadn't been a fire since '91.
The one in the basement was all in behind the paneling and everything. It was covered up over the years, but the one in the attic, I don't know, there's still burnt wood and everything.
Whatever, when did they do that?
Burnt wood and everything still laying up in the attic
Yeah,
area.
it must have been a long time ago.
It's not surprising. But those windows, you know, ever since we redone the windows, every time the wind blows through them. I mean, to be historically correct.
Well, that's the fine line that we cross with THC. And we've had this battle, and gentlemen, they have got better through the years, trust me, because I've done a couple of restorations with THC 10, 12 years ago. And I'll just give you a small example, Mills County, my hometown. I've done a historical renovation on that courthouse in my hometown. And I told the judge then, you know, after 1 year, as soon as THC is no longer obligated to this job, hire somebody to come through and caulk every exterior window in this building shut. And that's what we did. Dang near a year to the day, we came back and we caulked every window shut. They wouldn't allow us to do any weather stripping on any of the windows or anything. Now THC's at least allowing us to put some historically correct copper weather stripping on the windows, which you have installed over there. But we have these battles with THC consistently.
Well, they gonna allow you to caulk the windows now?
Certainly.
They They will?
Yes,
So they changed the rules.
the THC gentleman,
Two
that-
thousand thirteen.
the THC gentleman that we're dealing with here, I don't know who you were dealing with before, but the gentleman that we're dealing with here now, he will allow us to do it. And THC had their people come and go just like everybody through the years, but
I think we started in for that emergency grant in 2010 and then we went to 2012.
Right, cause the payments for 2012 and 2013 was the end of it, so
So we
it probably
started
got
in
approved
2010,
before that, and
got
then,
approved,
yeah.
and did the work.
What year did you come in, Joe?
13.
So it was right before that when
Yeah.
we done the wonders.
But yeah, cause y'all were going through this, it's like $175,000. So, well, we'll be able to deduct this off the final.
That's correct.
That's what we thought.
That's what we got. So they'll do that when we get to deduct about 150.
Well, I think the bid with them was 5.3. So the historical commission with our $1 million match was 5.7. So I think that we could probably, I mean, it needs to be done while we got scaffolding up and got everything in place when the guys are here.
Yeah, well, cheap.
It'd be a lot cheaper doing it now than later.
certainly save you a lot of money.
That's just $26,700 worth of less new stuff that goes inside when we get the bill.
Sir, yes, sir.
Thank you, Kevin.
Yes, sir.
Item number 4, no action taken. Item number 5, do I hear a motion?
Motion to approve repairs of windows from the emergency grant received from the Texas Historical Commission for window repair in the amount of $26,700.
Sir.
Motion made by Commissioner Treadwell, second by Commissioner McKnight. All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries. Item number 6, consider for approval, auditor to send out notification of application for indigent attorney contract.
Do we do this every year?
Yes. I just put a sample of the notice in your packet. So we usually give them a month, and so I said the applications are due Thursday, October 31st, and then we don't award them till the November 25th meeting. So we get them in, and the judges have time to look at them, and
So this is just a series of notifications.
yes.
Do you feel like there'll be the same classes as we were last year, or would that depend on what the judge says?
Well,
It'll be the
it'll
same,
depend on what
because we've
they-
already
yeah.
budgeted for it.
Yeah.
Motion to approve auditor to send out notifications of application for indigent attorney contract.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Treadwell, second by Commissioner Ashland. All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries. Item number 7, consider for approval, audit of District Attorney Chapter 59 Asset Forfeiture Report.
I just put a copy of the summary in your sheet, because the report's actually long. You can see they had, a seizure this year, it's still pending, hasn't gone to, court yet. And then they had, one case, it was a small case, it was forfeited during the year, and the DA's office got $152.22 of that forfeited money. And then she bought some stuff, some vests, bulletproof vests for $1,568.65. And Angie already has looked at this and approved it.
Motion
Motion made by Commissioner Ashley, second by Commissioner McKnight, all in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries. Item number 8, consider approval, parcel cost rates for collection of taxes for other entities.
I put a copy of that in your budget. Karen and I talked about it. It would be the same price as it was last year. The parcel count went down just slightly, but it came out to the same cost as last year.
Karen, you explained this last year, but I've slept since then, I guess. How does the parcel count go down? Combined properties?
Parcels getting combined into one, or like a mobile home that was on the roll last year, not on the roll this year, that parcel would drop. It fluctuates a little bit every year.
That's what I was thinking, the reason it gets small. Motion to approve parcel cost rate for collections of taxes for other entities to remain the same as 2019.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Treadwell, second by Commissioner McKnight, all in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries. Item number 9, consider for approval, resolution for 2020 Indigent Defense Grant Program. Somebody better hurry and make a motion.
This is the same, program that we do every year. It's just the formula grant money. In 2018, we got $12,743. In 2019, we got $12,597. I expect it to be somewhere around the same.
Did you ever get a chance to check on that deal about paying for the
It's
children?
somewhere, yes.
Okay. Motion to approve resolution for 2020 Indigent Defense Grant Program.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Treadwell, second by Commissioner Ashley, all in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries. Discuss and or consider government code 5051.044 type of newspaper required. We have one person signed up to speak. Ms. Michael Wilhite. Ma'am, you have 3 minutes.
Thank you. Good morning. My name is Michael Wilhite. I'm the publisher of the Jefferson Jimplecute. After the Jimplecute inquired about Marion County legal notices published in the Marshall News Messenger August 21st through September 11th of 2019, an agenda item appeared on the September 16th Commissioners Court agenda dealing with the requirements to publish legal notices. The law has 4 requirements. The newspaper must be published at least weekly, must have a second-class mailing permit in the county, must publish 50 out of the last 52 weeks, and must have at least 25% news content. The Jefferson Jimplecute is the only publication to meet these criteria. As I wrote to the commissioners after the September 16th meeting, we have published the Jimplecute 52 weeks of the past 52 weeks. Of those 52 weeks, 6 editions were e-editions only, 46 were both e-editions and print editions. It is vital to note that the law states published, not printed. Published means to disseminate to the public or to put out in edition. In copyright law, publication is making a book or other written material available to anyone interested in by distributing or offering it for sale. E-editions of newspapers are published just as books are published that you purchase or download onto your Kindle. And right here in Marion County, a Gilmer man was charged this month with publishing or threatened to publish intimate visual material. I think we can agree this man did not crank up his printing press when committing this alleged crime. Clearly, under Texas law, posting something to the internet is called publishing. Attorneys have chosen to publish legal notices in the Jimplecute after being advised that a particular week was going to be e-edition only and would not include a print edition. Texas courts have accepted email copies of electronic pages from Jimplecute e-editions as proof of publication. A weekly newspaper must print 46 times each year in order to retain its second-class mailing permit, which the Jimplecute does. When the Postal Service requires a publication to report their circulation numbers, they ask for both print and electronic quantities. If the county's legal notices are not published in the Jiplicute, tax sales, job openings, and tax rates could all be subject to challenge in the courts for improper notice. Marion County would be at the expense of defending these cases, as well as paying rates in Marshall that are more than 3 times higher than those in the Jefferson Jiplicute. Following the results of a TPIA request from Marion County, on a different note, we have shown that the Marion County has spent $4,792.08 in advertising to the Marshall News Messenger for legal notices during 2019. For 2015 through 2018 combined, the total was about $1,200. Thank you.
In order for the county to stay with the local government code 2051.044, I make a motion that we use the Marshall News Messenger as our paper of record until December, whenever we redo when we address our budget with contracts and issues of that matter, and at that time, look the situation over.
Second. Motion made by Commissioner Treadwell, second by Commissioner Darrell. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Item number 11, discuss items for courthouse restoration project. I think we're going to skip over that.
We just done just $6,000 over that.
Yeah. No action taken.
What did they, decide on the dungeon stairway?
It'll be back.
Okay, I know it went both ways back.
No, it's going back to original.
Okay.
The only change to that room is that we added a egress door. In case somebody's down there and something happens, they can get out. Which will be secure from
Winter's Club.
no bars over it. Item number 12, discuss items for jail project. I have nothing to report. Item number 13, consider for approval, burn ban for Marion County. I checked this morning, everything, the number's going back up, but it's not going up rapidly. And I believe we probably got a little chance to rain at the end of the week.
You know, we got less rain on the east end of the county, Glenville, but, we're still not getting hammered by fires yet. I mean, that's,
Well, did we, back when we was having to do this a lot, Lex Jones was here, Judge Jones, we voted to give him the authority to qualify our ban without us having to have a special meeting. And all he did was just contact us, the commissioners, and tell us, and then that way we could get the signs out, and that way we didn't have to come back and have a special meeting. Do we want to implement that again? I think we can legally do that
you
because.
okay with that?
Yeah, it's fine with me. I mean, that's y'all's
Makes it
decision.
simple.
Okay. Well, do we need to vote on that, or, okay. Motion to authorize county judge to implement burn ban as needed.
Second.
For 90 days.
For 90 days, yes.
Motion made by Commissioner Treadwell, second by Commissioner McKnight. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Motion to adjourn?
Second.
Motion to adjourn by Commissioner Ashley,